Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Time for another round of a diverse world, one of the best map sets on GeoGuessr. I'm going to give myself just 3 minutes around to try and keep things moving, of course. Let's start the game and see how we do. 3 minutes can fly by, so not always clear. I'm going to take a bet that there's nothing immediately behind me here and just press on forwards on this one. Looks like there's some signs of life, some cars coming the other way, so you know, the thinking here is there must be something down here. Looks pretty flat, European. The sun is in the south, at least we can see thus far. So, yeah, suspect we're clearly driving on the right, sitting on the left side of the vehicles. So let's see what there is down here. We're coming up to some signs of life. There might be some street signs here, in fact. So let's see what there is. Yes, there is something in green on our right. What does this say? Greenville and Snow Hill. Okay, well then possibly not European at all. Highway 13 North, Greenville and Snow Hill. Right, well this puts us in North America. Just the signage I think is pretty clear. Burnett and Highway 13 North. So I think that would mean that we're in the United States. Greenville. I think that there's a Greenville in like North Carolina. We might have to use these signs here though. So celebration houses. I think that says specializing in manufactured homes. Not sure. Greenville. Greenville. Where do we think Greenville is? I think that there's a Greenville in North Carolina, but I might be confusing it with something else, a Greenboro, or you know, who knows. Pitt. I think so. We're arriving into Pitt County. We're on the county line. We're leaving Greene County. Let's see. There's more signs up here. So an abundance of signs. Welcome to Pitt County. Does it say the state? Come on. Home of the East Carolina University. Okay. East Carolina. So that could be in North or South Carolina, but Greenville. There is a Greenville. Yes, there is. Okay, fantastic. Greenville was behind us. I think did I say we're on the 13? And Greenville was the other direction to us. That would mean that Greenville is west and we are east. We are currently heading east. So perhaps we're on here. I see the 13 there and the 13 here. So not sure exactly. Goodness. But I think that that's probably as good as we're going to get. So I wonder if in Greenville there's East Carolina University. Yes, that's right. I think we're on the 13. Not sure where. We could be north or south. Oh, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Almost spot on, in fact. We could have, with a bit more time, iterated towards that there. We were, again, not 100% sure which direction we were going. I think we were heading in this direction, heading west. So away, actually, from Greenville. But pretty good, I think, for a first round. On to the next one. This also looks like North America. Sun is in the south. Beautiful tall trees here. This could be a little harder because it looks like we're in a more remote location. Again, we're driving on the right-hand side of the road, so that would fit. Yes, we've got miles per hour here, so that puts us in the United States again. These kind of quite familiar signage of the United States, but unsure now as to where this could be. So the strategy in this scenario is just to progress as fast as possible down the road in the hopes that we stumble across something that says, you know, Maine. Or just hopefully gives the game away entirely, but you know, who knows. That could be unlikely. Some fantastic sort of station wagons there and so on and so forth. It's definitely gorgeous countryside. I mean, look at this. It's just amazing what we're looking at here. Oh, some reason I went backwards. Don't know about that. Come on, let's keep going. We've got a mile marker there on the left-hand side. That's all that sign was, and it's really not worth stopping for because, you know, unfortunately, they just don't give the clues. They don't say the highway name, and they don't say the state. And those are really the two things, we're looking for. So where do we think we are? Look, I mean, we're going to have to start using other clues here to figure things out. We're in some pretty big mountain ranges, maybe. I mean, I don't know if mountains are the right word, but we're surrounded by hills. So we're in a hill country, that's for sure. And the type of flora here is sort of evergreen trees and so on. I always associate evergreen trees with the Pacific Northwest and California, but something about this just doesn't make me believe we're in California. We could be in the foothills of the Rockies, or we could be sort of around the Appalachian side of things. And I think that is where I'm erring at the moment, just in terms of these, in terms of making a guess. I suspect, we're somewhere maybe like Kentucky. I don't know. Just hoping to score some details on this sign, but it seems unlikely. Land for sale. We've got 18 seconds, so keeping an eye on the clock. I think we're probably just going to have to park this one here. And let's go for something in, I'm thinking around here, Tennessee, sort of in where we can see these hills and so on. There's a lot going on here. We're on a north-south road, so... Oh, and look at that. I mean, totally wrong. You can be so wrong in the United States. We were in the Pacific Northwest this time. We were actually in... Now, what is this? This is Idaho? Yes, we were in Idaho, in this kind of sticky up bit in Idaho here, between Washington and Montana. And we were by St. Mary's. Don't know if that's how it's pronounced. By St. Mary's. Anyway, St. Mary's, maybe? Okay. Looks like there's a big enough intersection ahead of us, so I'll go there. But just wanted to pan around and see the scenery here, because this looks interesting. Feels European. Actually just going to hit the flag in this scenario. It's the easiest way to revert to the forward-facing position. And yes, look at this. We're coming up against a big roundabout, this looks like. So here's hoping to some signs. Going the wrong way around it. Now this should be good here. So we just need to get to one of these exits and see what's coming up. In this scenario, it's maybe a little easier to use the arrows because Vine and Shriek. Vine and Shriek. Okay. Just going to get a little closer here. So those sound Germanic to me. This should settle that a little bit. Brno. I recognize that name. Baumkreis. Wirtschaftspark. BRNO. Is that in Austria? BRNO? No, it's not. Sorry, it's in Czechia. That's right. It's got the little CZ by it. I think that implies that that's not in this country that we're currently in, because it's got a new... it's got the country's sort of two letters by it. So that's on the A5. And do we see the A5 anywhere? To Brno. To Bruno. We really don't either. That's frustrating. A5. Yes, we do. Down here. So are we somewhere down here? What are the other towns? I think we're going to have to use this as our... So straight on, straight ahead, which is east, is Zisterdorf. And the 7, I think we're in the right neck of the woods here. The 7, we can see it here. Wilfridsdorf. We're looking really for an... I think we might be here. This is where the A5 crosses. We can see Wilfridsdorf. So possibly there. Oh, we were close. Just an intersection away, actually. Just recognised a few of the names. Hobersdorf, Wilfridsdorf, and so on. And we were looking for where the 7 and the A5 crossed. And actually they were here. So we were pretty damn close there. Just went silent a bit before the end because it was a little confusing. And we should have actually seen that this is a more complex junction, which is where we found ourselves. So we should have maybe selected that over the other one. But in which case would have been spot on. So that's good. 3 minutes really does fly by. Right, well, this looks like Africa. We've got here some interesting vehicle. Could this be like a taxi or something? I don't know. No jealous. Good man. Good man. Now, those colours there. Is that Ghanaian? Senegal? I know some folk also can read into these, you know, the vehicle that's being used here to take these images. I think they're quite famous, some of them, for being consistent and so on. What do we have here? Dealers in iron rods. Let's actually go this way. So the colours there looked, I think, Senegalese, but I'm not 100% sure. Accra. That's Ghana, right? I think it is. Ghana is here, Accra is here, excellent. So then we found the colours, and I think maybe the Ghanaian flag is pretty similar. So look, I'm going to assume maybe then that we are, you know, in Accra, because that's just what this says. Accra branch. Well, hang on, it's got other branches as well. Damn, that's annoying. So we're not necessarily in Accra at all. Looking south, there's definitely some town sort of ahead of us, but no indication of the coast. Amazing Grace Baptist Church, Abadao and Kesse. Abadao and Kesse. Do we see Kesse anywhere? It's going to be around here somewhere, and you know, with more time, so we might be in a city like Kumasi. Abadao Kesse. Abadao Kesse might mean anything, to be honest. So who knows? Well, with a minute to go, we've not moved very far, so let's just try moving a little bit. There's a sign down here, you know, says something, doesn't it? Ben's Home Depot. Kumasi. Yeah, that's right, Kumasi. So we're possibly in Kumasi then. That might fit the bill a bit more with where we're actually looking. Abudawa. Again, don't see that word around here, but Suame, S-U-A-M-E, S-U-A-M-E, Sandhasi, Swami, yes, S-U-A-M-E. All right, well, this is looking more likely. Perhaps we're on sort of a road like this, so I think, you know, we could be good. I wonder if we can just find, in 3 seconds, Ben's Home Depot. Do we see it? Oh, not quite. We were on the wrong side of the city, so we wouldn't have found it. But we did find the right name, and we, as a result, got that we were in Kumasi as opposed to Accra or any other city in Ghana. So that, I think, is pretty damn good. 9 miles away from the right location. On to the final round. We've got some flags ahead of us here, so that is good. Let us get in there. We're looking at a US flag. U.S.A. Palompon South Central School Classroom Construction. This is weird. So it's strange to have a US flag. This doesn't look like the US. Could we be in Puerto Rico maybe? I don't recognize this flag. Department of Education and the Municipal Government of Palompon. U.S.A. Is that the Puerto Rican flag? I think it might be. I'm just going to get in there and see, basically. Where is Puerto Rico again? Just need to get my bearings here. Where is Puerto Rico? There it is. What were we looking for again? Palompon. I don't know. This is very strange. Maybe we're not. It has a kind of a tropical Caribbean feel to it, maybe, but I might be imagining things. Palompon. Where on earth is that? Flag ceremony is going on. Interesting, okay. Palompon South Central School, that says Palompon South. Minute and 20 seconds to go, and I do feel like I'm leaving probably the best clues I could have behind me, so that's a bit worrying. I don't recognize the flag, and that's what's getting me in a bit of a twist, to be honest. It doesn't. So we've got Texas A&M t-shirt here, very good. So definitely a US presence in a place that does not look US, and that's pretty rare. What are we looking at here then? Joel Tesaraman, Villanueva. I'm just putting a pin down in case time runs out here. Safety pin. Safety pin for Abet. I don't see Palompon, Ponce, as a place here at all, so I might be wrong. I'm going to just maybe zoom in a little more on San Juan. Who knows? Keeping a safety bet. I've only got 5 seconds to go, so I think I'm a little goosed here. Just curious now to know where we are. Oh, and look at this. We were miles away. Philippines. Couldn't be more wrong. You learn something new every day. I earned a single point on this round. Palompon. Am I saying that right? Palompon. Palompon is a town here. I didn't recognize it. Never heard of it. And look at that. So we were in the Philippines, and you know should have been able to maybe get the country right at least. So a single point. Well, we end on a bit of a downer, but nonetheless, that's why we enjoy GeoGuessr. You learn something new every day. So let's view the summary. We can ignore the final round. Otherwise, we did okay. The first, the third, and the fourth guesses were all pretty spot on, I would say. The second one in the States, again, confused between my east and west coast. And the other one, well, when you look at it like that and you're guessing Puerto Rico versus the Philippines, you really are a long way off, aren't you? Nonetheless, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video.